Hi students, happy final announcements for March in 2022 because it's over this week. We are starting April and we're going to kick it off with a minimum day for the lottery on Friday and a game of tag. Next week, it is an entire week of minimum day, 1 p.m. dismissal the whole week. The following week after that, there is no school on Friday because spring break is starting. The week after that, we're talking now, the 25th through 27th. We've got 2/3 of our 8th graders at camp, 1/3 staying back at school, and we're going to figure out something special for those 1/3 that are staying back. But really exciting stuff coming up in the next little bit. Okay, I wanted to give an update on data. Here's some data for you all. So we have loss of break that happens on the third time of a minor infraction. So we're talking Chromebook, dress code, tardies, and then cell phones is different, but I wanted to give you an update. So in this last week, we've had 6 Chromebook violations, which has resulted for one person in our first loss of break. It was our first try, and we're fixing the system. 7 different violations in the last week for dress code, which is like so minimal. That's amazing. Some of the issues were ripped jeans, white shirt, or no IVA shirt, no IVA dress code shirt, or sweatpants. So please make sure that you're avoiding those things, ripped jeans or jeans with holes in them. The cell phones in the last week, we've collected 12 cell phones. One thing that you should be very aware of is that if you let someone else use your cell phone and they are misusing cell phone and the phone is taken away, you receive a cell phone violation and so do they. So it's like a double whammy for both students. So please don't let other people use your cell phones. We only have 2 students who are on a month-long contract, which means there's only 2 students who have misused it 3 times. I really hope that like the first time you receive a warning just sort of stops you from continuing that. I want to give an update about the school announcements Google Classroom. So this is a place for information and updates. It is not a monitored or facilitated space. And it's not not a place for direct responses, which means that it is not a space for open conversation or advocacy. If you want to advocate for ideas or dress code, which is what the topic was about, please bring your advocacy to an adult and we can try to set up a meeting or hold a meeting in a different way, but not on the school announcements. So the process, if anyone is sort of like using it for advocacy or anything else like that, is that we mute you, even if it's like really fantastic advocacy, because it's not a monitored space. But then we are going to create opportunities for you to have a voice and to receive and give feedback. So the week right before spring break, April 12th and 14th, I have 2 meetings that I'm scheduling. They're lunchtime meetings, 15 minutes after lunch, where for the first 28 students that come into the room, and I can schedule other meetings if more people are interested. We will just look at the survey results that the parents, staff, and students have given so far, and then I can receive other feedback. Out of this is going to come a dress code proposal change for next year. So we're just collecting, and we're making sure that we're not reactive to things. Thank you for sticking with us during this time. So on Friday, 1 p.m. dismissal is because there's a lottery. It's being live streamed on YouTube. We're going to play a game of tag. And 8th graders, there are only 24 spots left for 8th grade conferences happening next week. It's minimum day all week. Students do attend these conferences. They are in person. They're in the rec center. And this is a different conference. It's about the transition to high school. So it's sort of like a much more personal conference, not just about the virtues you practice, but like who you are as you're heading out, what you think you got out of middle school, and sort of like what are your concerns for high school. It's a really good conference with your parents and teachers and students too. Your last conferences. And then a great thanks to Miss Linda, who has put together new after-school programs. I think the classes are almost full, but please check with her if you are interested because there are some super cool classes. That's it for the announcements. Hope you have a fantastic end to March 2022.